Hey, Davey Rocket from DRX Designs, and we are in 3D Studio Max 2010, and this class is from 8/1/2012 on creating a simple box style house. So the first thing, I've already got my box made, but I need to get it on the 0, 0 axis. Okay, and then right click, polygon, go ahead and delete your bottom polygon there. Edge, select all your edges and click on the settings button next to connect. Click OK, and then go to vertex, select your new vertices there, move, change it to 1.0. Okay, that's done. Exterior, there's the name, edit, clone, copy, interior. Okay, expand editable poly element, click the object, flip, and go to vertex. And we need to move these in. So it's going to be 14.8 minus 14.8 minus 9.8 and 9.8. Okay. And then we need to right click, hide unselected, and we're going to make our partition wall. So select just these edges and click on the settings button next to connect. You need two segments. Pinch with the minus number, like that. Now we're going to move it in some. That's good. Okay. And right click on smooth and highlight and choose edge faces. And then we will take this polygon and hold control to select the next polygon and click bridge. Okay, and then go ahead and delete that polygon and go up here, and you need to delete the one where the polygon is facing up, like that. Okay, now our interior is made. Right click, unhide all, then hide selection, so we'll have the exterior. And then we need to go to edge, and on the left viewport here, you need to select these edges, and then we go to connect, leave it in the center, just one. Go to vertex, select those vertices, move it wherever you want, however high you want. I'm going to choose 15. Okay. Now I am going to select these polygons, and we are going to detach, and we're going to name it roof. Okay, and we're going to select the roof, and we are going to go ahead and select vertex, and your left viewport, go ahead and maximize this viewport so that's the only viewport that you have. And then move these vertices out some. That should be good, like that. That. And we will then move these out, and we'll just go ahead and choose 15.3. Okay, and then we need to vertex. We actually need to move this one up like that. So we're in here. Okay, now we need to make a clone. So we'll go to edit, clone, make sure it's not copy, and the default name is fine. Then go to elements, and you need to flip this one. Okay, now what we're going to do, as I'm doing this kind of backwards, but when you start doing this, you'll find your own way to do this. Okay, so we will move this back down. Okay, actually that one's not right. There. Okay, select the actual roof, and then you want to attach, so just click on attach slash the little box here, and then choose roof 01. Now, in your perspective view, go ahead and expand it so this is the only viewport that you have, and you could try cap hole, but I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, and it's not, so just delete that, and you'll have to manually make your polygons. So at this point we'll just go ahead and convert it to editable mesh, and then polygon, deselect it, and then create. And this is the default crosshair cursor. When you have it over your vertice, you'll see it change, so just make sure that it's changed. So click one vertice, click your next vertice, that one, and then click it again to end it. Now you can see it's facing in, but I'm just going to go ahead and get all of my vertex polygons made, and then just flip what I need. And check create. Click around, see which ones are facing right. Looks like these two, so just hold control and deselect that one, and deselect that one, and finally scroll down and click on flip. And now we have our roof made. Okay. Now at this point we will go ahead and start making our collisions. So right click, unhide all, and you have your roof selected. So edit, clone, and name it underscore COL, roof COL. Okay, and then for the exterior, edit, clone, and just go ahead and name this COL for your collision. And then interior, clone, interior underscore COL. Okay, now we have all of our collisions made. So we'll go ahead and let's see that and the actual collision. Okay, hide unselected. Now for the collision, we won't need these extra polygons here. So the way we're going to fix that is go to polygon, select all your polygons there, and just delete it. Then go to vertice, select them all, move, and move it down to 0.0. And for the interior, select the interior and select all your, or better yet, just do it this way, and delete, but don't move those down. Okay, leave those where they are. Okay, now you need to expand your perspective view so you can see all four corners, and you want to create your floor for the collision. Okay, and it's facing the right way, so we won't need to flip. And now we're done with that part. Unhide all, and we will go ahead and attach the roof collision. Okay, so hide that. Okay, now we are at the point to make our door and window. So we are going to go to create. Front viewport. Front. Zoom in, and then I need to create a box. And usually what I do is I make all my doors 2.5 meters tall by 1.5 meters wide. So 2.5000 and 1.5000, and you need it wider than the actual wall. Okay, and now what we need to do is we need to get it so it's about even with the door, or where the floor is. Okay, now we'll go ahead and make a clone. So go up to edit, clone. Actually cancel that. Let's name this door underscore cutout. Then we'll go up to edit, clone, and you can just leave it default, and then click on rotate. And then for 3D Studio Max, you have angle snap toggle. So click on that, which is just a little upside down U or magnet with that. So just click on that, and then you want to rotate. And what this does is it will rotate it in 5-degree increments. Okay, and back out, and we'll just find somewhere to move it. And this particular wall is a little bit thicker, so we'll just make this door thicker. Okay, and we will go ahead and move this one in place. Okay, I'm just going to leave that door there. Now what I would do is I'll make a clone. So I'll go up to edit, clone, and I'm going to name this one window, and I'll just leave it window underscore cutout 2. And then what I'll do is make the size 2. And then we want the top of the window to be even with the door. And then we'll just, I'm just making one window for time reasons, but you can make as many windows as you want. Okay, now what you want to do is select the door, and then go ahead and convert to editable poly or mesh, doesn't really matter, so that way you can attach the other door. So attach, you can click on the attach button and just click on the actual object, or you can click on attach list, which will bring up the select object and then attach. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to make a clone. Now this is going to be for the collision. So what I will do is underscore COL. and then hide that, and then select the door again, and then click on attach list or attach, and you want this. Okay, that's done. Now what we need to do is we need to select, let's go ahead and hide that collision. Okay, it's already selected, so hide, and we need the exterior, and we want to attach the interior. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to go back over to create, and under standard primitives, click on that, choose compound objects, Boolean, pick, and then click on the door cutout, and then go back to your modify tab, and then right click, and this time just choose editable mesh. Okay, now here you can kind of see we have some extra polygons here that's not really needed, so you can go to editable, or go to face, select those and delete, and probably over here, okay, we won't need to worry about this. Okay, so that's done. Now what we need to do is create a frame for the window and the doors. So what I do is I'll go back to create, go back to standard primitives, make a box, and just make a box that goes around the door for your frame. And I'm not going to get too technical as far as the actual size. I'm going to get it in place where I want it. Right there is good. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to edit, clone, click OK, and then what I want to do is I want to move this so it's below your actual window. And as you can see, it's a little bit off, and so in this case you would move it down so it's center. But I'm not going to worry about that. Like that's good. Then you need to make it wider. Move it in, and then we want to select the actual frame and go back over to create tab, and again go to compound and do the same thing that you did for the door and window. So click on Boolean, pick, click that one, and now you've created your frame. Right click, editable mesh, and at this point you can get it more center to the window. Okay, now usually what I'll do is after I have this one textured, then I'll make a clone of it and I'll move it over to the door. Now let's just pretend that I've textured this, and so you hold shift and move to make a clone of it. Let's get it somewhere close. Click OK. That looks good. And then what I'm going to do is go to vertices, select all those vertices, and just move it down a little bit. And finally, actually, no, I need to go to face. What we're going to do is delete those vertices, or those polygons or faces. So delete, and then just move these vertices up so they're about even. That. Okay. Now we are going to make the floor. So let's go ahead and expand the perspective view so it's the only view. And we're going to click on exterior, and we don't need these polygons here, so we'll just go ahead and delete those. Okay. Now in Gmax, I said to make the floor polygons from the interior. That's false. You want to actually make it from the exterior, and the reason why is because if you make it from the interior, then you're going to have a little gap there at your door. So it's better to just make it from the exterior. So go to Polygon, Create, and then click each vertice on the outside. Yeah, it might be a little bit hard to. Might have to move it so you can see all the outside vertices. That should be good. Okay, we'll start here. Click each vertice. This one's kind of close, but there. And your polygons should be on the outside. So that way, as you can see, I won't have to make another polygon within that door. And the floor's made. And the house is pretty much done. Other than a stairway or porch or deck for your to be able to get into the house. But we won't go into that for this. If you want, you don't have to, but you can just create a deck with the ramp. Um, if you really want to. Like I said, it's not really necessary. Um, and the next class I will kind of go over how to create stairs. So that's pretty much it. Ta-ta.